Well, hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Still Division Normandy 44. And today we will be playing a full skirmish and I've decided to do live commentary. The next video that I'll upload will be post commentary, so I'll just film it and then I'll speak afterwards about what I did and maybe edit it a bit with speeding it up or whatever. We'll see how I do that, but for now I want to try the live commentary and you can tell me if you prefer me saying the insightful things I might have to say afterwards, or if you like an actual let's play-ish commentary style. We will be playing 2-on-2 because I did the 1-on-1 in the let's try, so we'll try this so you get to see it. We will be playing just on the top map and I'll just work my way down so you get to see them all. And right now they are just 5. We are still in beta. So we'll just try it. I think everything looks fine. It's just basically all standard settings. And I've decided to play as the Rommels Zirkus. Now we'll give them AI a moment and it will choose if it wants to play on the left or on the right side. It's chosen the left side, so we have to fight for this city. Now, the map is kind of mirrored, as in I'm basically defending a city and he's basically attacking a city. But do keep in mind that it's a full place, so this is more coincidental. The maps are not tournament maps, if you want it like that. With that being said, I can place units here, I can place them here. How do I defend this? I think I want to get infantry in these woods. And maybe in here. I basically need to hold it up to this place. So I should get pack and infantry in here, definitely. I think I prefer to take a position a bit back, have the enemy come, destroy them, and then push against the enemy once their first wave basically has been crushed. Because the first wave is going to be 500 and the next wave is, if we're just taking one, will be 75. So, I mean, obviously that's not entirely correct because the enemy is not going to attack with everything at the same time, but you get the idea. So I'm gonna put some troops in here. I'm gonna take my scout, I'm gonna take some infantry. I'm actually going to buff my infantry and then I'm going to take an anti-tank. And because this anti-tank is going to cover quite the large area, I actually kind of want to put my good anti-tank gun in there. I only have one of those though, so I need to be very careful not to lose it. On the right side I have the city, but I didn't think this through, so I didn't bring like pioneers and stuff, which are awesome for fighting in the city. I only have the grenadiers. So I think I want to put one unit in here and one in here in the woods. So basically 2 of these. I think the quickest way is if I let them spawn here. I'll also get him some recon. I don't think I need anti-tank in the city. If he is dumb enough to move the tanks into the city, my infantry does have anti-tank weapons. So that leaves the right side. I think the smartest move is to take this. I don't think he can pass without getting rid of this. So I'm gonna put it right here, so it's not directly on the street, but it's pretty close, and I think that should work. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna give him some recon. So you guys please unpack in here. You unpack into there, you unpack into there, you unpack into there, I don't know. Into there maybe. And you guys all unpack actually the most forward, so they can go this way, I guess. Maybe like this. Okay, we'll just try. This might end in absolute agony. As I've stated before, I'm not particularly good in this game. I hope to be when the game releases, but for right now, I'm just doing my best. And the medium eye, if you ask me, is doing a decent job. It outplays me, but I'm not a particularly good player. I'm gonna move up. This might cost me my unit, but I'm hoping. I'm gonna move these units here. The reason why I'm having that one here is so enemy packs and stuff can't really move it. Okay, my pack hit something. You need to go away because you can be seen, which is always bad. Going to move those two here. Okay, my pack has a fantastic line of fire, I think. So that's not. But do keep in mind that anything that can shoot at a lot of people can also be shot at from a lot of people. That is something you should never forget. I'm going to call in the tank right now, and I'll call it over here. I'm gonna move up with these. I've picked the transport vehicles, basically. To me, they aren't that useful anymore. They're useful, as you can see, a little bit against enemy infantry, but if you compare it to things later on, they're not really, and for a reason I don't even know, mine tend to never get through the enemy ones, whereas the enemy ones always tend to get through mine. So I'm doing something wrong there, I'm not entirely sure what. This one is quite dangerous. I'll try to get super close. I know I have nothing that really can penetrate it, but I'll try. Damn it. Move like this, and I'm considering just moving up with my scout, so I get to... I think he's doing fine. Okay, I've lost this unit, but that's okay. My allies have taken this. My ally has huge amounts of troops, but that's because these are super cheap, I think. They're like 10. So they're not particularly useful, but they're great for holding a line, like he's doing. Just swarming the enemy, basically. So I'm actually gonna move up. I kinda wanna take this. So that's exactly what I'll do. I'll move these in, and as soon as the enemy starts firing at me, which he almost inevitably will, I'll be there. I can actually tell them right now to move because they should be way slower than these units. He's causing me to fall back. Where did I tell you to go? Okay, just strengthening my city. That's absolutely okay. I think I want to get some air. I'll actually get both right now. Because we're not in a particularly bad position, and with the air I can even help my... I'll go like this. I can try helping these. This is dangerous. This is very, very dangerous. Come on, you can get him. Okay. Did not penetrate. That's disappointing. Okay. My units made it in there. That's cool. This is somewhat problematic. Because I don't have MGs or anything on the front line, so I think we'll be fine, but I'm still struggling a bit with judging. He did destroy my tank. My AT gun should be capable of taking him out without a problem, but you never know. Because things like this happen. Well, they move up and they take forever and... okay. Come on, you can do it. Shoot again. Please. Thank you. So, it's not going too terrible. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is no, yeah, look at this, we've won. But I feel it could be going worse. I think my AT gun can shoot at him. Yes. How did that return fire? Meaning no? There was a way you could... Oh, like this? You can actually see where they can see. So I can see that I have line of fire on this, but not on this. Of course he's been down. So I actually do need you. Could you please try to shoot them? Oh my goodness, move back. They're gonna knock you out in absolutely no time. Yes, and now we are going to knock them out in absolutely no time. I want to move up and take this and just very, very slowly start pushing towards the enemy. I don't think I want another 35S. This really isn't a particularly good tank, so next time I get to build Shermans, which I already mentioned I hate. I don't get why that's a thing, but I will. So... The enemy's trying to storm my positions with the MGs, which is a bad idea. It's actually working better than it probably should, but it's still a bad idea. Nice. My U's are both ready, so I'm gonna set them on this actually. I'm gonna set both on it and I'll hope that one of them hits. Just because this is very dangerous for me and I don't really have a way of handling it here because I don't have the necessary infantry to push through. Here you see the enemies pushing through. He's put some of his good units here to defend. So I think we'll be fine, but you are pushing too far. And I don't know why you pushed. I did not yet give the attack command. Please let my units go. We've gotten quite a bit of ammo, of points. The one thing I keep seeing in this deck of mine, something I've definitely neglected, is I don't have enough infantry with me. I need to take more phase A infantry with me. I have a lot of things for later phases, especially for B, but in A I just don't have. I always want more infantry than the one I'm having. So you see we're getting completely stomped here. I've moved up infantry, but this one is pinned. This is actually what's killing me right now, that this infantry is pinned. And that this infantry just stopped and didn't exit, and this also cost me this anti-tank gun, which should never ever have happened. Again, I think I'm saving it up just because I can't get infantry. I don't want these tanks. I could get some anti-tank, but would it help me at this point? It might. I could get some arty. This might actually not be the worst idea. This is a very good anti-infantry artillery, but a very bad everything else artillery. So yeah, I'll let these go back. You need to get in there just for the cover. I don't really see why you keep missing everything you do. I mean, over here it's going absolutely splendidly. I'm not advancing, which I should be, but besides that it's really going great. But here I'm kind of losing it. Oh, I've actually really lost it. He's moving back those units. Oh, we are in the next phase, so how about we utilize that? I'm going to take call in my good tanks actually first. And a little bit more infantry. I'm putting everything on the right side. For one, because it's the failing side, and for the other, because this allows me to push like this and hopefully secure a little bit of area. Again, the enemy has taken this, but we're not losing points at this point, so it's going to be okay. At least from that point of view. I'm not saying that everything's going to be okay. I'm really not confident, especially here. You see the enemy pushing. You see I have nothing against them, nothing to stop them with. But why aren't you shooting? Oh, because you're pinned. Of course you are. He's just always pinned. If he ever gets asked what he did during the war, he'll just be like, yeah, I spent the war pinned. It's what I do. We're gonna need this, and the enemy is going to get this now because I've used quite a lot of these. I'm gonna send him out one more time, which arguably is going to be a very bad idea. But we'll go like this, we'll go like this. I'm just going to hope. Actually, how about you go like this and you go like this, because I'm coming with tanks. I'm going pretty big on tanks right now, and the enemy's brought anti-tank guns. So that's kind of dangerous. Okay, guys, go here. Nice, we've taken that one. Now I want that one. Again, I do need this now. For one, I can kind of use it, and secondly, it's needed to protect these, because if I don't have fighters, he will bring out fighters to take down. Come on. Nice. He must have pushed with something, but it must have been super quick. I'm going to lose the forest at this point if I don't add more units. I'll actually add more units. I think it's worth it. Really don't want to lose that forest. I actually want to push out a little bit more. I'd like to get to the border of the city if possible. Actually, how about you go in here? I want you to exit here. I want you to approach up here. There must be something here, but I mean, I could send a stork. That actually kind of works. So I'll send a bit of infantry just so we can push a little bit and maybe protect a bit. My AI is doing amazingly. So, the stork has found the enemy, which is awesome. So, we'll take care of it now. These are all veterans, so they should be way better shots than everything we've seen so far. I'm going to add some... Oh, damn it! That's what I was afraid of. Immediately I mean, obviously you've seen how quickly they've been capable of taking it out just because they are veterans. It is a huge difference. It's a ridiculously huge difference. You see how much faster this is now. I'm gonna let him advance immediately. I'm gonna send my tank against the M4A1. That's a Sherman. It's going to be a very tough battle, but because mine's a veteran, I'm kind of hoping. Hope for hope and so on. How about you try going for this? You go in here, you go in here, you move here, you move up. You need this shot. I'm going to move up my stork. I have one more of my good anti-tank guns, and this one has been amazing. I wish I could see here somewhere how much damage they've caused, but it must have been insane. So now he's moving back and he's getting fire zone and he can't shoot back because he's falling back. So this should actually be working quite well. Come on, come on, come on. And fire him. Straight in the back, please. What are you? What the hell is this? Nice, we've shot him in the back. He exploded. That's a good one. I'm okay-ish with my front line at this point. I think I actually want you in there. And I want you in there too. And I want you to go there. I want you to go here. Let's move up with everything we have. Except for these. For the moment, I'm going to have them just stand here. Wait a second, just because they can't be everywhere. And I'd rather not have them engage anyone if I can't micromanage it. So... I honestly don't know what you are. I have not seen this before. Oh, they've shot my recon. So actually I think I want this one, just because it's a bit more. You go for this, please. Can you shoot at that? That would be very, very helpful. This is a very good anti-tank gun. That is something to keep in mind. Nice, we've made them fall back with our airplane. So this would be the one and only chance to really, really push here. You will need to go here. You guys will need to take this out. Well, no, you actually need to shoot at that. And you and everything else, shoot at that. Ooh, yeah, he's pinned. Okay. Nice. I think we're doing it. Here on the left side, we've lost these units. I'm gonna use this, move it here. You need to support them. It's 2 more minutes. I'm going to get this tank. Just add a little bit more firepower. Get you in here. This 2 kV is now on their side, so I'm assuming I've actually captured that in the first place. That's what must have happened. He is shooting at my... let's go like this and like this. I really wish there was like a counter so you see how much you've killed with a unit, because I like how he looks and stuff, but I'm really not sure if he's paying off his due. I think he is. I really think he is, but I just don't know. I'm guessing here. So I'm also going to send this unit here. So we've made them basically all run for their lives. So again, let's move up. Let's try. Oh, there's an enemy tank. He's under the water. Keep in mind it's a beta, but this shouldn't happen. Yeah, this isn't fun. No lamp side, obviously. I'm actually going to stay like this. I don't want to cross the plains. I think that's not a good idea. Engine destroyed doesn't sound too good. You need to shoot at that, but you don't have ammo. So let's get an ammo truck up, which should have happened a long time ago. I was actually thinking about it, but I just didn't. And don't ask me why I didn't. Let's get a Lorraine. I like it. Again, I'm not convinced it's a particularly good idea to get one. There's very few instances in which I think that it's actually being useful. I'm going to strengthen here now and trying to push through the middle, because he's doing a decent or very, very decent job in holding his position, so I will try to strengthen mine. Why is my tank being hit so... Oh, there's one up here. Can you shoot that? So, nice. The underwater tank did free itself. Good for him. Good for him. He's gonna destroy an engine, so he's just parked here as some kind of defensive force. How about how about all of you go into here? I'm positive this isn't the worst idea I've ever had. I'm gonna send you and you into the city to defend it. I want another supply truck here. I would like to have more infantry, but I have so limited infantry. Again, my own fault, but I have so limited infantry that I don't feel comfortable. How about we save up for a tiger? Just because we can. And we're in a good position right now. So let's bring out the tiger. So, I think, yeah, he's being resupplied, okay. I think all the unit needs to do is stand still and actually not do anything within the zone, and then you're fine. I kind of think I want to send all my units on this. This thing really is dangerous. Yeah. My recon here was destroyed, but... Putting this anti-tank gun here, I think, was really the thing that won the entire game for us. This has been incredibly useful, and obviously our allies have been very, very useful for our cause. So, unfortunately, I've lost one of my airplanes. He's falling back. I think we did get it. So we're slowly moving up. Here's our tiger. Actually, King Tiger. Very nice. So we do have the Lorraine here. I'm just going to have her. She doesn't have too much of a range either, I think. So, how about you advance a little bit? Let's try to retake this just so we put the front line like here-ish. That would be pretty safe, I thought. Even though we'd lose this beautiful area where the enemy has just been annihilated. I don't even know how much they lost in here. But I'd argue we probably wouldn't have positive kill stats without it. Because in there we've made so much damage. Like, that's all you can say. It's just been damage. How about... Actually, I think the enemy is retreating right now. So I'm going to put my half-tracks everywhere. So they give a little bit of their MG fire as support. I think that's the most useful thing, to just spread them out a bit. I'm gonna put that pack here. I think that's probably the best choice. Oh, this M16 really needs to get dealt with. The enemy is showing me this is not German ground here. We're gonna lose these units. This was a complete suicide commando. We're probably going to lose this unit as well. But we are in a very strong position, as I've said multiple times. So he's putting quite a strain on our resources on the right and in the middle, but I think we're building up okay-ish. We are going to lose this. You sir need to go here, you need to go up, again, up. I think I would see it if the enemy had units in there, so I'm going to do this. A 2 veteran tiger, this is not playing fair, let's say like that. This is problematic. Lorraine has the problem that for an artillery she doesn't have enough range, but she has a little bit, but not enough if you ask me. I'm not even sure if I even want unit in the... I originally ordered these two to defend the village, but I'm not even sure if I want this at this point. I think I'm gonna have them move up with everything else. I'm really not sure. Everything. I'm at this point where I feel like everything I can do can completely screw me over. And oh my god, what is he doing over here? Why is he having so many troops in? Why is he sending them in the water as well? I'm confused. He's having enormous amounts of troops in here by now. Okay, he's just taking out my King Tiger because I wasn't paying any kind of attention, because I moved up on this, which was simply dumb. I should not have done that, and he will kill now my rocket artillery. And I will deserve him to do so. But that's not the point. I'm not understanding what's happening here, but I need to increase my defenses on the right side. I'm gonna have my range just fire at it. I'm gonna move up most of these units actually. Have him move up here, him in here. Again, I need to take more infantry with me. Maybe less Shermans. Just because I don't like playing them. It's not even that they're bad units. Arguably I should have gotten them a long time ago, instead of the King Tigers, which are more good as a gimmick than because I actually thought I'd need them. And which died for absolutely nothing here. But he's got units here that can see me, so that's very, very problematic. I think I want to move him in here just because, and I'll probably move him up here. He's hiding from my tank. This is very clever from him. I don't have line of fire on him, so I don't know if this is planned from his side, but it's a very good choice. He's putting pressure on me. I think we are just winning this, but now actually my ally has lost his city, so he really does need the help that I was hoping to give him, but I didn't really. But I'm going to send him a tank or two as well and try to push in from here. So, the enemy has brought a very big amount of anti-tank. And this is... we're sitting ducks here. I really need to help out here, so actually I think this is just what I am going to do. I'm also going to move up this. I need to get these into this position. I don't think the enemy has infantry in this, so I should be kind of okay-ish. You have a pack gun, right? So you can theoretically shoot at him. He's putting way more of a strain on me than I would like to admit. And I was really hoping the Lorraine would... No. Yeah, we're getting hammered here. This is... The Shermans just get destroyed, and you can absolutely tell that it's my fault. Actually, you need to support the allies. The enemy has barely any real tanks here. Ah, okay. So actually I think a bigger amount of super cheap tanks like these would be a good choice against them. They should without problem be capable of penetrating, not so much him, but all these little things and the infantry and so on should really fall to my light tanks. So I'm not happy with the position we're at. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, it looks like we're winning, but it looked way better before. Like I don't know if you feel it as I feel, but I feel like the battle's really turning on us, especially because you can see here my ally. He's completely broken. He's pulled back everything he has. He's not having any defensive position of any kind, and he's finally decided to stop hiding in there. So while this probably cost him quite a bit of units, he's out of it. He snapped out of it. So I'm at least less confident than I used to be. But I'm really not sure why my units are having such incredible trouble dealing any kind of damage to my enemies. I should really go forward and shoot him, but I'm gonna go back and shoot him. I need to free my ally. I don't know how this flag and so on is penetrating my King Tiger. It really completely shouldn't. And I think this is a Hellhound. Yeah. No, just no. That shouldn't be a thing. I would need to infantry up this entire region, but I don't have the necessary infantry. So maybe like this, but maybe some flank. I'm really unsure of what to do here altogether. As you can probably tell. Did I lose all the tanks down here? I need to pay more attention. You see, even on medium, if you're not paying full attention like I am right now, the enemy will make you pay. Now, obviously, you'll say you're terrible at this game, and yes, I am. I'm sure couple of weeks from now, this won't be a problem. But for a new player, this enemy really knows how to keep you on your toes. Let's say it like that. Come on. Yeah, I have nothing against this. I'm considering maybe you. I don't have units that can break tanks at this point. None of these can. This is only ammunition, and he's only against infantry, and he's only against infantry, and he's only a scout. So I don't have a whole lot what can hurt him. He slightly regained control, but keep in mind, it's not ticking for us. It's ticking for the enemy. I need to get line of fire on the tank without the tank destroying me first. I'll try this, but we finally lost our forward units. Yeah, I mean, not much I can do. Yes, he's destroyed this as well. My Panzerschreck managed to destroy one of the enemies, but what's one of the enemies, right? It's one. I still say we win this. We will win this, most probably, just because it's ticking for him, but he's not getting 2,000 points in 2 minutes. That's not really possible. I think if I just completely stopped playing right now, we'd still win. But at this very moment, he's way stronger. What I would have to do to actually salvage this, what I'm not doing right now because I'm playing for time, so I don't want to move back anymore. Like I'm fighting for every meter of land at this point. If this would go further, if our time limit wasn't so short, I'd have to move back like here, rebuild my forces in a defensive position, try to stop him, and then re-attack. And so, kind of like he did, and only more successful. Kind of like he did, actually, up here, where he built the defensive line up here, regained his strength, and then attacked me. That's what I would have to do. In this particular case, I'm not going to. For one, because, exactly, I get to do this. And okay, now he's taking out my Panzerschreck, but it's a good trade. It's a good trade. But the point is, he right now he's not just a little bit stronger than me. He's way stronger than me, and I need to accept that. You see, he's won everywhere. He's through this part, he's through the middle, he's through the right side, and it will be a bittersweet victory for us. I'm just going to speed it up at this point. I don't think it really matters what I do. Here we go, we've won. But this is exactly it. It's been a minor victory. I still hope this was interesting to you. Obviously, I'm going to upload and you hopefully get to see me get better at this. This was only like not a first try, but I'm still at my very beginning of my career. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great one, and I will see you for the next episode. Bye-bye.